Welcome back, guys, to episode 2,594 of ARK is broken again. And unfortunately, there's some good news in this because we've had a really close look up at the brand new TLC for the Arano spider, which can I say is amazing. But unfortunately, transferring has been completely broken and people have been losing their characters, which has not been good. Apparently there's been an issue going on with like the network and everything like that, which is what we're going to be reading through today. I know a lot of you guys have been experiencing this, and I know the ARK Discord kind of went a bit crazy for a little while as people were working out what on earth was going on. So I've got the information and the current update, so when you guys are watching this video, it may still be broken. I don't recommend transferring right now until we get like the go-ahead from Dolly over in the Discord. I'll give you the most recent update that's just come out, but if you do enjoy today's video, feel free to drop a like and subscribe because it really supports me. Let's get in with the video. Right, so welcome to another edition of the Community Crunch, and I just think we should get straight in and look at this up close. I mean, look at what they've done to this thing. It is absolutely terrifying. If you don't like spiders and you're scared of spiders, this is not going to be your favorite update. But if you love spiders and you love what this is about to be, then you're going to be very excited about this. But this is going to be terrifying because by the looks of things, they're going to be underground. They're going to be the kings of the cave, I'm going to say. And I'm kind of scared in a way because it's like, you know, going down there and they're going to be catching you in the it reminds me of not Harry Potter, it was Lord of the Rings. That spider scene, oh, that just still gives me nightmares. So the Arano is taking shape and won't be long before we can show you what's been lurking in the dark. Voted in the community during our extra life charity stream, its eight-legged menace is just getting more than just a touch-up. We've been reworking how it moves, how it hunts, and where it fits within the ARK ecosystem, with a focus on making it feel purposeful at many stages of play. Once dismissed as too small to serve as a proper mount, the Arano is spinning a different story this time around. A new saddle design opens up a surprisingly versatile role for those willing to think a little differently. With improved mobility and new perspective from above, it is stepping into a role that feels equal parts ambush predator and tactical support. Its webbing isn't just for traversal anymore either. There's more control behind each shot now, letting you take a gentler approach when the situation calls for it, or make sure something stays put when it shouldn't be wandering. And it hunts. It leaves behind less than you might expect, with each encounter offering more than just a clean takedown. Whether you're weaving through the tight terrain or setting up the perfect drop from above, this creature is poised to change the way you hunt. This is terrifying. I'm sorry. I'm like, this thing is gonna be. It looks like so this saddle they've got. I wonder what this saddle does. Why it's different. But look how sharp its claws are. Okay, so before we get into the game-breaking stuff of what's going on at the moment, they've actually looks like they're doing an update for Lost Colony. Live Ops update Hold the Line. So we've been taking a targeted pass on cave entrances across Lost Colony, focused on improving their viability for PvP. A common piece of player feedback that's been sent out is many of these locations didn't feel worth investing in. With this update, we're reducing the size of several choke points to create more reliable, defensible positions and open up better base building opportunities for PvP. As part of these changes, several cave entrances will be adjusted, and we'll list out the affected locations and coordinates below so you can check your spots ahead of time. Please note any structures built directly within these choke points will be destroyed when the update goes live. If you have anything placed in these areas, we strongly recommend moving it in advance. These changes will impact official PvP or any unofficial server with cave building enabled. Players on official PvE servers will still see the updated cave entrances, but existing builds will not be impacted. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, that's good. And these changes are currently planned to go live with a major version update on the 27th of April. So that looks like when there's a major ARK update coming. So be prepared. What day is that? That is a Monday, apparently. So these are all the spots. Ruins of the Ascendant Cavern. Ruins of the Ascendant Cavern. Oh, they're showing all the different entrances. Right, I see. So yeah, you may want to pause just in case you are built in one of these spots, because this is obviously going to be changed, and if you're on PvP, then you could potentially, if you're built in any of these spots and they do the update and you haven't moved, it could destroy everything. So please prepare for that. Okay, update on transfer issues. Here we go, guys, because it has been a mess. And basically, I'm just going to read through what was sent on the... well, let's read through this and I'll show you what's been going on. So, recently investigated a series of transfer-related issues primarily impacting players connecting through EU endpoints. This was linked to an intermittent disruptions affecting cloud data services, which prevented some transfers from completing as expected. This issue should now be resolved and services that have stabilised. Wait a second, before I say that, that's not a confirmation. We're continuing to work with our hosting partners to better understand what caused the outage and help prevent similar disruptions going forward. During this window, we received a number of reports related to missing characters, items, and creatures, and in many cases, these were not actually lost, but instead remained on the server they transferred and originated from within the ARK upload. If you believe you're affected, we recommend double-checking your previous server and your upload to locate your character or items. If your character is still missing after doing so, please submit a restoration ticket request via the character restoration form so we can assist further, and we appreciate the reports and patience while we work through this. And that's the same if you're in the LoadedCrysis cluster and you can't find your character in upload or anything like that on the previous server, then obviously you guys know, make a ticket and we'll sort you out with your character. Very frustrating that this has happened, but this is everything that was going on. So that's what they mentioned here, again kind of in a different version about if you don't see your character anywhere, please submit a ticket. And then this went crazy and it's happening still today. So they said, advise on holding transferring for now while we look into your report. And then Dolly said, hey folks, we're currently investigating issues related to the cloud data services, what we saw, and they'll keep us updated. And then they said it was still going on there. And then Dolly said, just acknowledging your reports of transfer issues returning, because apparently they said during this window, they said, oh yeah, so the issue should now be resolved and services have been stabilized, which is what we read. But then later on the next day, just acknowledging your reports of transfer issues returning, this may prevent some players from seeing or downloading their items, characters, or creatures. Looking into it, folks. And then they said, just a quick update today on the cloud data / transfer issues. We've enabled some additional logging and diagnostics on a subset of servers to help us get a better trace of what's going on, and we're working to iterate with our partners to find the root cause. For now, we'd recommend holding off transfers or uploads where possible, and in many cases, characters and items can be recovered, and it says from the original server after a little bit of time, but this isn't guaranteed. We'll share more as soon as we have a clearer insight, but thank you for sticking us while we work at it. And then they mentioned that the official network was redeploying and they're to temporarily disable structure decay timers, and while we continue investigating the issue affecting some cloud data and servers. So right now, as we are talking in this video, do not transfer. I will try, if you want to keep up to date, as I said, or if you want, if you've lost your character and you feel like you want to move over to unofficial, feel free to come and join us in the LoadedCrysis cluster. The link is in the description down below for completely free servers always, and obviously we'll be supporting you. It was pretty terrifying yesterday when we saw this happening, because we just saw a bunch of you guys putting in reports saying, hey, I can't find my character after I transferred. And then we just saw so many people, and then I was like, right, I jumped into the ARK official Discord. I was like, what on earth is going on? Everyone was saying the same thing over there on official. So, yeah, bit of a messy one. Hopefully, I don't really remember a time where it's been this bad. So I'm hoping this, when they find the actual issue and they can patch that issue, hopefully that means that it's going to be a bit more safer in the future, but who knows? So there's a new premium mod, ARK Supreme by Mr. Chaos, that I thought we'd check out now. Wow. Look at those dodos. You know what that actually really reminds me of? If any of you are OG ARK players and you ever watched like a King Daddy D-Mac video or a Slipgator video, something like that, when they used to do the Unaki Genesis mod, back in the day when Steam was like free ARK mods, back on Survival Evolved days. But I absolutely loved watching those playthroughs back in the day. Excellent Adventure is on for another 3 days, so prepare. Obviously, this coming week will be the end of it. So prepare, have fun, and go catch those follow the trails, I should say, is what Wildcard do, of those bunny dodos and bunny oviraptors to collect the eggs. And that will mean that the bonus rates are live until April 15th as well. We have, this was amazing, by the way. This Gothic town was built by I can never pronounce this creator's name. Deer, is it? I'm not too sure, but with the new Gothic craft structure skins, it's so cool. And I think, if I'm correct, the Gothic skins was created by Aaron Longstaff. Really awesome mod, and that looks super cool. You'd think you're playing a totally different game nowadays, wouldn't you, with some of the really amazing builds and skins people can use. And then we have, what's this? Survivor explains the taming methods from the Karupi from the Kami's Feral Critters mod. And then we have the fan art. Of course, I knew we were gonna see some acros, of course. Oh, look at that kid's birthday cake of the Gloon. And then we got some more fan art here. This one's really cool. I love crocodiles, or maybe is that a Sarko, or is that a Capricious? I'm not sure, but anyway. And then some really cool aberration artwork there, and then some photo mode in-game shots, which is very, very, very nice. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. It's been a really fun one to make, like, because I mean, for me, I wish I could highlight, when I say it's been a really fun one to make, I'm so glad that they had this information on the Arano in here, because obviously with the issues going on with the transfers and people losing characters, it's obviously always a really stressful time, and so that's why obviously do not transfer, stick to a home map for now, while this gets investigated. It's annoying that we don't have a date yet on the spider, but by the sounds of things, they're saying it's not long before they can show you what's been lurking in the dark. So I'm gonna say we're a couple of weeks off getting this officially added in. I still think it will come in April, because you have to remember they've got to get another 4 more of the creatures done. So hopefully they actually do that, because I think it'd be a little bit bad if they didn't. Like, you know, I know they delay things, but considering it was a charity event, I do think they do need to prioritize getting these 5 creatures out this year. I'm sure they will. It's just the fact that, you know, it's now April and it's only the first creature, and they've got a lot on their to-do list this year's Studio Wildcard, so I really hope we see all of them like they said we would. But anyway, thank you very much for watching, guys. I'll catch you in the next video. Leave a like, subscribe, and thank you for watching.